Meanwhile, the Johannesburg Society of Advocates has given the Advocate Dali Mpofu 5 days to decide what disciplinary action should be taken against him. This was after the association said it would censure him for telling a colleague to shut up at the state capture inquiry during the Zondo Commission. Let's speak now to legal expert and commentator Advocate Modidima Mannya. Mr. Mannya, good evening to you. Is this finding appropriate from the way that Mpofu behaved? Is it appropriate that this finding is made against him?
Yes, good afternoon. You know, Stephen, the Johannesburg Society of Advocates is a voluntary association. It's got its own rules, including rules of conduct. And like any other organization, association, it would obviously look at the type of behavior that it wants its members to uphold. And I think to the extent that any member doesn't, it would have to take one or the other form of action. And I think we also were what transpired there, and it does seem that the society found the conduct not necessarily to be acceptable. If you look at the rules, including the rules of the General Council of the Bar, to which the Johannesburg Society is a constituent member, it does make provision that there shouldn't be ill-feeling between colleagues, and that is counsel, because this relates to advocates. But if you look at the Code of Conduct of the Legal Practice Council as well, it does not approve of conduct between colleagues, legal practitioners, which shows some demeaning or unfair treatment of each other.
I mean, I think a lot of us in daily life might use that phrase, shut up. I know my children say it to each other all the time, but even adults will say it to each other, sometimes as a joke, sometimes very seriously. Why is it sort of so wrong in this formal context? Is it the formal nature of the hearing? Is it the public nature of the hearing? I think many people watching it were shocked when they saw it.
Well, I must say, Stephen, that, you know, generally there's robustness, and in some engagements, emotions do get a bit high and temperatures rise. But I think the bottom line, obviously, if the rules do not approve of that conduct, then it would be offensive to the organization. So I think the rules of the society and the rules of the Legal Practice Council do make provision that conduct which demeans a colleague is not acceptable. So it might as well be that as a parent you say to your child, shut up, but it may be that the Legal Practice Council and the Society of Advocates doesn't find that to be amusing.
Mpofu seems to be suggesting that he'll go to court on this. Look, I must just say the process isn't finished yet. There needs to be a finding on what punishment he'll face, and I presume only after that he could make a decision on whether to challenge it. Do you think he stands a good chance if he takes this to court?
Well, I mean, one has not seen the findings and the reasoning, and it may as well be that he's got a basis. But I think it is less about whether he has got a right to go to court, which he has, or whether he will go to court, but whether we should not be contributing towards fostering more harmonious relationships. I think our society generally is becoming a hating society where at all levels of our society, including professionals, we often may not be treating each other politely and with collegiality. So in as much as all of us can go to court, I would have thought personally, I would have not thought it's not appropriate to address a colleague in that manner. And I do take account of the fact that there are often robust debates. I mean, in some instances, you do go to court and you find counsel and judge engaging each other in less complimentary terms. But I suppose there must be a way in which we resolve this type of conflicts when they arise.
Advocate Modidima Mannya, thank you very much indeed for your time. Do appreciate it on the Pulse tonight.